All right, now we're going to talk a little bit about mindfulness, and this is the final principle that I wanted to talk to you guys about in this program, which is the ability to focus on the here and now. And as we've said multiple times throughout this program, one of the things that differentiates people that are happy, successful from people that are depressed and anxious is, where are your thoughts? So again, in this process of positivity, how are you thinking about yourself? How are you thinking about other people? How are you thinking about your life? And this is a little bit strange, but it's how are you thinking about time? Where is your mind? If you catch most people's minds at any given time, it's not here. Here is fine. There's nothing going on in their life right now that's a problem, but there are problems in the past, and that gets me really down. And things may happen in the future that make me really anxious. And so I'm walking around with this combination of depressed feeling and anxious feeling, when really right now there's nothing going on. And so the ability to add mindfulness to your life based on the research is one of those factors that can shift a person towards the positive range that we're trying to get everybody here to. And one of the exercises that were used, again, we always try to use the most simple, basic exercises for these kinds of exercises. And then you want to add, an intense yoga practice. You want to add, some kind of meditational practice that, really takes you even further. If this works for you, you can feel free to do that. But what I'd like to offer you today is a very simple and direct way of mindfulness, which is to focus on your breathing. And if you look at most exercises, and as complex as they can get, there's a component of focusing on your breathing. I know in most yoga practices, first couple minutes you're focusing on their breathing. And what this is a little bit different than deep breathing. This exercise is a little bit different than deep breathing because I can deep breathe and still be thinking about something else. I can inhale lots of air and blow lots of air out and get myself into a whole huff. What this is very different is you are breathing naturally inside your body. And so this exercise that's designed to give you this experience of being here and now is really just about focusing on your breath. And I'd like you guys actually to try this for a couple minutes because the prescription is for 2 minutes twice per day to focus on your breathing. And people that did this for 21 days were found to have huge shifts in their overall levels of happiness just through this one conscious exercise of focusing on the here and now. By the way, I think it's one of the reasons we love roller coasters. Those of you who have been on roller coasters know, you're not thinking about yesterday. You're not thinking about tomorrow when you're on that roller coaster. You're right there in the seat. And it's amazing that people pay a lot of money for it. We think it's because people enjoy being afraid. But I think the real reason for it is it feels so good to be in the here and now for a moment. To let the things that we're worried about in the future go. Let the things that we're upset about in the past go. Yesterday, tomorrow. It doesn't matter. I'm right here in the seat and I'm freaking out. And people pay money for that, just to be in the here and now. You don't need to get on a roller coaster to do it. You can do it just by practicing, focusing on your breathing. And the technique here is just bring your attention to your breathing. Notice the air go in. Notice the air go out. You may want to say the words in and out in your mind. It's like you're tracking an internal show. People that have insomnia, people that have trouble sleeping, often their thoughts are on yesterday and all the things they did wrong, all the things that they're worried about happening in the future. If they could just bring their thoughts to the here and now in a relaxed way, they'd fall straight to sleep. It's a great exercise to practice, just focusing on your breathing. It's much better than counting sheep. That requires imagination. This is focusing on what's going on. If we had you hooked up to machines, we'd notice your heart rate go down. We notice your blood pressure go down. We notice your muscles relax. Obviously, you could botch it up if you choose to get, nervous and anxious and tight while you do it. So go ahead, relax your body as you're doing this, and just pay attention to your breathing internally. Notice it go out. Notice it go in. No control. Don't try to control your breathing at all. Just watch it. One of the things you guys might notice as you're doing this, continue doing it, is that your thoughts are kind of getting, kind of jumping in there as you're trying to focus on your breathing. And that's where this muscle is being built. That's perfect. Let those thoughts come and just bring your thoughts back to your breath. Keep on bringing your thoughts back to your breath. The more you're able to do that, to bring your thoughts back to your breathing, say, okay, yep, I got that, I heard that. Got to get milk later. Okay, put that aside. Back to the breathing. Back to the breathing. Keep on bringing yourself back to it. Okay, we'll do that for another 30 seconds. All right, you can open your eyes. How was that? Works every time, right? All right, great.